Hey everybody, thank you for purchasing the $3 steak. 2.5 Men has to be one of the most polarizing shows I have ever seen. Some hate it for its lowbrow humor while others love it for its lowbrow humor. In the early stages of my channel, I had a particular video idea that I will not yet disclose that required me to watch 2.5 Men. In doing my research, I grew to really enjoy 2.5 Men. It surpassed my expectations by a lot. To be completely honest, I wasn't expecting much, but as I kept watching, the more I found it to be really entertaining. Love him or hate him, Charlie Sheen is a staple of 2.5 Men, which is exactly why I will only be reviewing seasons 1 through 8. I couldn't watch the Ashton Kutcher incarnation of 2.5 Men. I saw 3 episodes, and it was just too unwatchable. To say a quick thought and move on, Ashton Kutcher's character, Walden Schmidt, somehow was more immature than Kelso. Let me put it this way. Kelso was a teenager, Walden was a boy. Moving on, the characters were really well established early on. First, of course, there's Charlie Harper, the narcissistic womanizer. Then there's Alan Harper, the, for the most part, well-meaning cheapskate. Jake Harper, the impressionable kid who manages to annoy everyone. He's a lot more entertaining than his description, I promise. Evelyn Harper, the overbearing narcissistic mother, and Berta, the no-nonsense sarcastic cleaning lady, and that's pretty much the main cast. Recurring characters consist of Judith, Alan Harper's succubus of an ex-wife. God, I hate her so much. Herb, who I'm convinced improvised most of his lines.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
There's also Rose, who is Charlie's stalker. This is just a short list of characters in the show. Most of the characters go in and out like a revolving door. While most of their appearances may be brief, they're still so interesting and strong in personality for the most part. The first 2 seasons are pretty well done, but they're barely warmed up as far as the humor goes. My favorite episode has to be Squab, 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 Squab. This is the episode where Evelyn has to babysit Jake Harper. In my opinion, the peak of 2.5 Men run from seasons 3 to 7, where we see Mia in season 3 and we see Chelsea in season 6. These 2 love interests had their own unique dynamic with Charlie, and it brought its own interesting points. Of the 2, I would say Charlie is the stronger love interest, but it's really close between the 2. I really felt for Charlie when he had to break up with both women. The breakup with Mia was more sad, while the breakup with Chelsea was still sad, but had some comic relief by having a hungover Charlie Sheen throw up on a baby. Yeah, this show had some wild moments. Season 3 to 7 were also its peak because comedically, it was at its most entertaining, and they just knew when to slow things down for the sake of the story or speed up the pacing and throw so many jokes at the audience at once. 2.5 Men was simply put untouchable during these seasons. Charlie Sheen's timing and delivery was on point, and the rest of the cast were no slouches either. Berta had to be my second favorite character, and then goes Alan, and overall, I would call it the golden age of 2.5 Men. My favorite episode during this run had to be Walnuts and Demerol. Season 8 was a decline, but slightly. Someone said that Sheen's acting is a little off. He was profusely sweaty, and most of his scenes consist of him being seated. In truth, that really wasn't present until the second half of the season. So really, for the first half, Charlie's doing just fine, but the second half, it's absolutely true. He is a mess during the second half. The shameful part of this whole season is that the last 4 episodes had a string of really interesting episodes revolving around one storyline. And the ending of season 8 ended on a cliffhanger, but that essentially ended up being retconned in season 9. And all of this was due to Charlie Sheen's public meltdown and drug usage. Overall, though, 2.5 Men was a great show. I would definitely recommend for those who enjoy lowbrow humor. With that being said, everybody, that's going to end this video. Thank you for purchasing the $3 steak. No refunds, but you may absolutely get a second serving by watching more of my content. If you want to support my channel, you may absolutely do so by subscribing, sharing this video, liking this video, or purchasing an action figure on my toy store on Mercari. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.